My correct people, welcome to Live Gist Plus. We are bringing you hot and spicy news from the palace of Oni of Ife. Yes, so this time around, Yawak don gas. I be talk am since. Some people they come to my inbox, they talk, say why I go to talk that kind to say which kind, whether Queen Naomi na gold, whether she carry gold, this one and this one. When I don't see am now, but first of all, make I greet una because if I start this talk, I no go one pause am. I no go one pause am. My correct people carry sit down, make I yarn you to read this time around so that you go hear wetin e come out from one of the strongest prophets in Nigeria. I greet una according to the time where this story dey reach you. If na good morning, if na good afternoon, if na good evening, any time you see am, receive am. I salute you, my people. So one prophet from Nigeria, a very powerful man of God, has said something about the crown that Olori Naomi wears. It happened that the information we get was alleged that some people that was going to the ministry of this man, and whatever the man says, it must come to pass. So according to the information, on a Sunday service, the man was saying something about a woman. You go like stay, make you listen, by the time where you hear and finish, whether you go know say the prophecy no relate to Queen Naomi or not. The man of God don't talk, say he gets one woman from that is married. The woman is from Akure. That this prophecy way in they give now, say you no go one call name of anybody, say the thing they fly over all over internet, say if not only when you get a brain, now you go think, you go remember the person, because he give them as assignment to the church people where they come, the people where they come ministry. You can't talk, say you get one woman from Akure. The woman say she's nobody, say she was nobody, and she's not from any royal family, she's not that rich, she's just there, and now prophetess, a kind of, say the woman started her church from small, she started having call of God from small, and that later on a king married her. That king married the woman, and the woman was naive, was a virgin, and the reason why the king married her was because it was destined to be, and it was even revealed to him that the marriage was not going to be easy, that right now he cannot really tell. The prophet is saying that he can't really tell what is happening, but he knows that the man and the woman is not together for now, because to wear a crown is not an easy thing. There must be tribulations, there must be trials, and right now the woman is undergoing serious tribulation and trials. That the husband of the woman is not a Christian, is a traditional ruler, and the husband of the woman doesn't go to church at all. Yeah, he's just a traditional man, and the man has married 2 wives earlier before now, and the reason why those 2 wives left was because a spiritual wife is disturbing the man, of which in the spiritual realm the only person that is allowed to stay in the life of that man is the one that the spiritual wife has chosen to stay. When they get my correct people now, so the prophets they talk am, say if we relate, say make people go they search for internet, make go search, make they can't tell them the person where he be, say in won't make people use their brain. My correct people. So he was just narrating the story, and everything was revolving around Queen Naomi. Say the woman later had a son for the king, a son that's about 3 years old now. That the reason why they give this prophecy is because people might have think that the crown has left the woman, that there is no other person that would wear that crown except that woman. That the spiritual wife of the man, that is only this lady that the spiritual wife accepts to accommodate in the man's life. That the man later on married many wives, less than 10. The prophet did not say it is up to 10 or 6 or 5. He just say married less than 10, and he's planning to marry others because he's still having concubines. And the reason why that man married those women was because there is a separation, a short separation that is not going to last long, but in the eyes of the man it was going to last long, or maybe they were going to separate finally. But even in the spiritual realm, the separation is just there in physical, but in spiritual they are together and they can never be disconnected. That the spiritual wife hold them together like this and say that this is the only woman that wears the crown in the physical realm. So this is what the prophet was saying, that it was this woman, that the woman has a church, and right now the wives of the husbands are not happy about the woman because they go spiritual, they do juju, they tell them say this woman nothing, they cannot harm her. They have tried everything possible, even to buy her, even to disable her, even to commode the heart of the king from where the woman is, because right now the woman is not in the palace again. So he was just giving this prophecy, and people were recounting, trying to know if they will know the person. The prophet said he cannot just give the name of that person, but that he's giving people like 5 days to know if they can actually know the person. That the man is a very popular king in Yoruba land. He's a very popular king in Yoruba land. That the man married women of great virtues, that those women he married are great women in the spiritual realm. Now those women he married are made women, self-made women that are very powerful in the spiritual realm. And those women he married are supposed to be in their husband's house, but because of the kind of power they possess in the spiritual realm, they cannot stay with a man. And that is why that even in the house of the king that they are now, that it was through manipulation that they manipulated him to go and marry such women, and the women are not giving him peace. That right now he is looking for a way to discard those women, but his hands are tied. But then that there's something will happen in the future. It's not going to take long. That something is going to happen. That woman they chased out of the palace, that it was the wives right now, those ones that are the wife, that he doesn't want to mention how many, that there are less than 10, and there are other side chicks too. That it was these women that were coming, they were dating the man, and they manipulated the man into marrying them. It was a manipulation. The king did not just go to marry them with his own eyes. It was manipulations. Because once anybody come across the man is a very powerful man in the spiritual realm. Anybody that goes spiritual will see that the king is a very powerful man in the spiritual realm. So when these women in the spiritual realm are powerful, so they try, when they go through spiritual, they try to connect to spiritually strong men. And that is how they were busy connecting with the man, one after the other, and they manipulated him to marrying them. Now, the prophets went ahead to say, the man, after marrying them, that is when his eyes clear. Right now, that he doesn't even know how it happened, but he just know that he has less than 10 wives in the palace, and he's looking for every possible means to see if he can discard all of them, but it is not easy for him. Right now, that one that wears the crown is not in the palace, and that if by eventually they did not bring back the chosen one into that palace, that spiritual wife will scatter the throne of that king, because the woman find favor in the eyes of the spiritual wife of the king. That is how he said it, that chosen one that bears the crown should better return to the palace. That if anybody should hear this and they can relate and tell the chosen one, that she knows herself wherever she is, and that chosen one knows about that spiritual wife, and that is because of that spiritual wife she left when they had problem, because she thought the spiritual wife was going to fight her, but not knowing that that spiritual wife really loved her and want to accommodate her. But because spiritual wife keep appearing to her when she was in the palace, so immediately there was problem, a little the misunderstanding between him and she and the king, because the king was having side chicks, of which the woman did not accept, because in the spiritual realm the spiritual wife was troubling the chosen one. You understand? He was troubling the chosen one to stay, and the chosen one was thinking she is fighting her, and she tried to use prayer. The prayer did not go well as she planned. Say she has to take her leave. That chosen one, that woman that she's under 40, that she is the chosen one, that wherever she is, anybody that if she's hearing the message, that she should find a way and come back, and that Oloris, those other ones in the palace, will leave one after the other, and that right now that the king is doing everything possible to see that crown, the one that bears the crown, come, but that crown can never come out from her head, that no matter how, that even if that chosen one marry another person, leaving the king, that one day she will still return back from that husband, because any other husband she would marry is not for her. That in spiritual realm, she and the king are one, and they are inseparable. And that is why the other ones, the other wives of the king, they saw within themselves, inside the spirits, because they go spiritual too, that these two people are strong, and they're trying within, inside, both inside physical and spiritual, to separate both of them, of which it is difficult for them. But that the chosen one should not worry, that they will soon give up, and let her be. So this is what the prophet said about the crown, that the crown can never go out. Now I ask you, my correct people, if this information is to be true, all of a sudden a prophet from nowhere start prophesying about this, and I think, no, it's not in Nigeria. I think the prophet is from Ghana. Yes, it's from Ghana. He's talking about a Nigeria situation. He's trying to describe, and he said it's Yoruba. Can't you see? Is it not written all over? As of people that will come to my inbox and be telling me, Queen Naomi this, Queen Naomi that why will I always be praising Queen Naomi? Is Queen Naomi a saying that if she doesn't want to marry now, she should go? We are always fighting for Queen Naomi. Yes, why won't I talk about Queen Naomi? Why won't I become her fan? Why won't I talk about her? Because waiting they do no good. Although it is to fulfill all what is written and fulfill the destiny, because it is not easy for the head that wear the crown. Everybody knows that. So my correct people, if you now look this prophecy where if what we heard is true, you will be able to understand that this is Queen Naomi. That is who they are talking about, because everything they described in that prophecy is about her. So my correct people, make una shook mouth for inside this matter. I would like to see your comments. I would like to see your opinion. If you are coming across this channel for the first time, please help us press that subscribe and press notification bell, because informations like this are the things that you really need to know. So whenever it comes, you go first land your domot, you go first hear them, you go first share, you go first comment, you go share opinion. Things are really happening. Imagine all the way from Ghana, this prophecy was released, and it is just reaching us because it was just last week. They say the man is not a popular person, but whatever he says, it happens. So now from information as he take the reach from ear to ear, now we come here, and I say make I bring them to you, my people, because as I hear them, the thing, it shock me. How this thing don't go, how far it don't go for spiritual realm. If you look around what is happening around Queen Naomi and Akabies, you go no say person wey no get anything dem no dey fight am, na person wey be the koko na im dem dey fight. Alright, stay tuned for next.